All right, welcome to our April 2024 market review. This is, we've decided last month for moving instead of this part of the monthly Millionaire Possibility meeting. We're going to put this in our email blast that we send out to all of our members and people on our email list. So I'm excited that you get to see this. And so let me just lay down a few foundational items about this. This is based on information I've received from the local MLS, Oakmar MLS, and they're always subject to errors and omission. I can't control what others put in. Typos, I know I have a couple of typos. It's in the spelling, not in the numbers that I know of. And I've reviewed the numbers at least two, some areas three times. I believe they're to be very accurate. But again, things happen. And so I just want to sort of give that disclosure in there. And if you want, you can drill this down when I'm going to talk about some areas, and you can get with your local agent that you work with. And if you don't have one, reach out to me and I can help you, or get one of my agents to help you, assist you with that. So another thing I want to talk about, and first of all, I hope this only lasts maybe about 10, 12 minutes, but it's great information. I've had several people, if I don't do it, have said, when are you going to do the market review? So here we go. This is for April. This is not May. I know we're in May now. This is for the April. Take it at the end of April. Okay. There's three areas that we're going to be breaking down the numbers in the first section of this video, and it's going to be the Oklahoma City metro. Everything that I should say, not just the metro, but what the Oakmar MLS covers, and it's pretty much cities that we know: Oklahoma City, Norman, Edmond, Yukon, Bethany, War Acres, and all that, but in others of the metro. But there's a lot of other cities and listings outside of, this rural, that's out beyond that. If you was to look at a map and show where these listings are that's in our MLS, they're spread out way far. And I say that because it's good to know this information to look at. But if you start really trying to apply this to your business, you need to narrow it down to your neighborhood, your type of property, what you're doing. But it's good to know the overall market. So that's area one that we're going to look at. So then I broke that down and drilled down a little bit more in the largest city that we have in our MLS system. And of course, that's Oklahoma City. If you look at Oklahoma City, it's also very pockety. You can go to different parts of town, as I'm sure you're aware of, for rentals and owner occupants, and see different price range in just who you're selling to, the time of, the days on market, and some of the items that we're going to go on would be very different. And it would take forever if I took every little one of those pockets. So then we're going to look at just Oklahoma City. The third area that we're going to look at is I broke it down to a target price range in Oklahoma City. Okay, so first the entire MLS, Oakmar MLS, then Oklahoma City, then I did a price range in Oklahoma City. And I took 169 to 260, I believe it is. We'll see it in just a minute. And that's because the median price range fits in there. Now, all of these numbers are on single family freestanding type of homes. They're not garden homes. They're not duplexes. They're not condos. They're basically a single family home. Okay. So with that, let's move on to the next slide. Here's the three numbers three areas that we're going to look at. Here's what we're going to call is the MLS, entire MLS, Oklahoma City, and this is all price ranges, and our target price range. Okay, so let's just jump right ahead. So April close, this is at the end of April. For the month, they closed 2,044. That's up 14.6%. Oklahoma City, we closed 506. That's up 12.7. And then in this target price range, we did 198 homes. And so if you look at that, round numbers, okay, in the whole metro area and beyond, the MLS area, there was a little over 2,000 homes. 25% of them was in Oklahoma City, okay? And of that, what's 200? That's probably about 40 some odd percent was in this price range. So 40% of the 25%. So 200 of the, so you almost got 10% of everything that's sold in the MLS was in this price range. Okay, so let's move on from that. So now you go medium sales price in the MLS, the entire MLS was 255,000. That's up 0.7%. That's less than 1%. Oklahoma City, that's 204,000 was the median sales price. That's also up about 0.7%. There's one of my typos, left the percentage up. And then if you go to this target price range, in that price range between 169 and 260, the median sales price in there was 210. So you can see the 169, 260, that the 204,000, that's the median sales price for the city, is in that range. For the whole metro or for the whole MLS, 255 is in that price range, okay? But the reason it changes was you're looking at Oklahoma City and you're looking at the whole metro. You got many properties less than that and higher than that. So I looked at what really fit that median price range, okay? So price per square foot, that is 154 for the entire MLS. That's up 1.3%. $150 for the city. That's up 2.7%. And then for this target price range, $142, and that's down 1.4%. 1.4%. There we go. Days on the market, till how long the property is on the market, is in the metro, it's 19 days. That's up 46% from that's from a year ago, not from last month. And then 11 days in Oklahoma City, it's up 120%. And then Oklahoma City, it's 9 days, up 124%. So the days on the market they're staying longer, but okay, the percentage numbers look really high, but let's look for real. 19 days, 11 days, and 9 days. That's still a short amount of time to be on the market. Homes for sale. How many homes for sale? There's 55,787, about 5,800 in the MLS. That's up about 48%. So quite a bit more homes than this time last year. And there's 1,000 in the Oklahoma City area, and that's up 68%, almost 69%. And in this target range, excuse me, it's 248 houses, up 98%. That's how many are for sale. Okay, so let's move on. Excuse me, months supply. This is if we take how many, you guys probably all know how many we sell a month and how many we have on market, how many months we can cover that. So in the whole MLS, it's 3 months. That's up 50%, 3 months, which is still 3 months is not bad. It's still a good market. We were just spoiled with some low numbers. 2.4 for Oklahoma City, and in this target range, 1.5. 1.5. So let's set right here for just a moment and digest some of this. And there's so many ways we can digest and drill down and analyze this. Just a few things. Let's just look at this. So our closings are up, okay? Our median sales price are up except for in that target price range. It's down a little bit. Price per square foot is up. So our closings is up. Our price per square foot up. Our days on market they're setting a little bit longer, but they're still good. The number of homes for sales are up. But let's look at how many homes for sale we have right now, the 248, and we sold 198 last month. And they're only setting on the market for 9 days. If you look at those homes are only setting for 1.5 months. So they're not setting very long. If you're flipping houses, that's probably one of your target price range. You could go a little above, but I'm just want to say that's your target. This is some really good data. If you're looking, or if you have a house you're looking to flip or area you want to target, get with an agent If you don't have an agent, reach out, and either myself or John that works with me as an agent, we will help you what we can or get you connected with agents. And they can drill down and take this price range and take it to your neighborhood or to a pocket in the city. Okay. Or you say, I want to do Midwest City, Dale City, Yukon. We can get you this information. This is very good information to help you understand if you're doing a flip, okay, and you're going to be buying a house. So now let me move on to the next section. This is our second section. We're only doing 2 sections today, but we're going to take this 169,000, this median price where we're seeing these homes sell in this price range. I want to show you something. We're going to look at this, and we've got 2 columns for this. One's vacant and one's all. So all is everything that sold in this price range in Oklahoma City, okay, at the end of April. And then we're going to look at what was vacant. These were vacant houses. Now, again, I want to disclose, if somebody mislabels something MLS, I can only go by how it's labeled. Some people will tag a house occupied when I know it's vacant, or you look at pictures. Or, excuse me, or I really don't have anybody put something vacant when it's occupied. It's more the other way. They maybe not want to post and advertise that it is vacant. But I think most people are pretty accurate at that. But let's move on, okay? So in April close, let's look at the right hand. We're going to start on the right and come back to the left. I probably should have put that on backwards. But in Oklahoma City, in this price range, remember we looked at it, we did 198 homes sold last month. Of that, 132 were vacant. That means people were not living in them when they sold. That means they did it to find another house. You didn't have to wait for them to move out. It was ready to be sold. We're going to come back to that in just a moment. Median sales price overall was 210,000, but in the vacant homes, it was 215,000. So the vacant homes were bringing just a little bit more money. Median price per square foot, excuse me, was 142, but it's actually a little bit higher on the vacant houses, 144. Median square foot was 1,428 square feet, 1,400 square feet. And so you're seeing these houses that these people are buying are not extremely large, 2,000 square foot home. You would have to apply that to who do you think those buyers are, okay? Median year built. This is important. It's 1976 on these vacant houses, where the vacant houses was 67% of this price range, which is in the median price range. The sales price was higher. The price per square foot was higher. They're 1,400 square foot home, and they're built in 1976. I believe that there's a good chance that many of those were flips. That's why they're bringing more money, because you're not going to go find a 1976 home that's probably bringing that kind of property that's had the original owner in it and not very much updates, right? And in that price range. So that's what I sort of think there were some flips, okay? Not saying they all were, because you're going to have lower numbers to offset the higher numbers, right? So, okay. So homes for sale in this price range, there's 248 homes for sale in the whole metro. Excuse me, in the whole, all of Oklahoma City, excuse me. Of those, only 190, of those 193 are vacant, 78%. That to me, that tells me either I've been showing a couple of properties lately where people have retired. That's a market we're looking at. Those properties are going to be less than the flip properties because they're going to need updating, okay? And that is something that could be driving this price range of homes that people have, you're built of homes. They've lived there for a long time and retired, or unfortunately maybe have passed away. So that's one thing, but I don't believe they would be pushing the prices up because they're going to probably need to be updating. But we're seeing that of the homes for sale, 193, 78% are vacant. And if you look at last month, 67% of the ones that closed were vacant, okay? Median price per square foot, what's for sale right now? Is what sold was $142. That's what sold last month, was the median price per square foot in this target price range. But what's being sold for the medium is $159. What that tells me is they may be flips, but are we also pushing the prices? Because that maybe affect why they're setting on the market. We're pushing the prices because our price per square foot, medium, is quite a bit higher than what was selling for. And then the average price per square foot. Okay, and then I think I have one more. Median list price. So this is the other one I want to point out. The average sales price closed last year in this target price range was 210,000. Of the vacant houses in this price range, it's 230,000, a little over. And so that's higher. So they're listing the median list price is quite a bit higher than what sold just last month. So we're seeing people still see we're still seeing people buy. We still see people that things are still going up. The days on the market's coming down a little bit. Okay, month supply is going up a little bit, but we're still seeing a lot of action here. A lot of action. Do I think the market's going to continue to get a little tougher? Yeah, I think before wasn't too long ago, you could get your real estate license, and if you're breathing, you could sell real estate, make money. I think we have to do our job a little better. We have to be a little bit sharper and a little more customer service. And we're going to have to work a little bit harder. And I think our focus are the main properties at this time being sold are the people that are not necessarily selling to buy a bigger house. It's either they're moving, they're downsizing, moving to retirement, or they're flipping. And that's a good news for all of us that are in the real estate business to want to take those properties, the vacant ones, and improve them and sell them back and make a newer, updated home for our new homeowners. But we got to watch that we're not setting ourselves up for what we maybe were experiencing a year, 2, 3 years ago, where we could just keep putting the price above what the market says. Because you can see right now, that's what these vacant homes on the market right now are doing. They're higher on the price per square foot and higher on the list price. And so I understand the numbers are getting tougher to work and harder to find a deal, and everybody wants to do a deal, but I don't want you to lose some money. Now, maybe you make less money, but there's a difference of making a home run and making some base hits than striking out, trying to always hit a home run. Okay. And I hope that makes sense to you. Just be careful what you're doing. Get your agents to drill this down even to your specific neighborhood that you're working in, criteria. I hope you've enjoyed this, and we'll see you next month at Millionaire Possibilities, and have a great rest of your month. Thank you.